Greetings. I welcome you all back to this video session. In this video session, I would like to focus the fourth unit of Software Project Management MG6088. As you know, regularly we are posting videos. So for the subject, 3 videos already posted and all my children's watching these videos and I hope all are benefiting. So in this video, we will focus fourth unit. So fourth unit is the project management and control, and this is the syllabus, and these are the keywords we would like to focus. So as far as this unit is concerned, more technical keywords, and the maximum I have combined all possible keywords. So first we will understand what are these keywords and what we wanted to understand among these, and we will focus MCQ questions. So one by one we will discuss. First I would like to focus, so the first keyword, the keyword is called review point. As far as that project is concerned, the project review will generally take place at a particular point during the life of the project. Okay, this is called review point. So I repeat, project review will generally take place at a particular point. So somewhere we wanted to review and validate our progress of the project. So that point is called as a review point. And planned expenditure. So from the name it's clearly understand this is the expenditure which we planned. So this means that it is the one in which the cost increased by the project is estimated before the project starts. Understand? The cost, okay, so how much we wanted to spend, that is estimated before the project starts. That is called quotation. So this is called planned expenditure. The expenditure is already planned, okay, for implementing any task. Okay. Next one is called revised expenditure. So revised expenditure is made when alteration to the existing planned expenditure is done. For example, we what is called prepared the proposal and planned one expenditure. So during execution, let us consider that due to some practical problem, material cost, or that is a developer's more demand. So some practical problems, if you wanted to revise the revise the expenditure, then that revised new expenditure is called revised expenditure. So revised expenditure means already planned, that planned expenditure we are going to modify. Okay. The next one is called baseline budget. So baseline budget is the assigned value in the original budget cost for the item is known as baseline budget. So understand? So the assigned value in the original budget cost, that is called baseline budget. Next one is called earned value. So earned value, that is called EV. So this is a very important one. Definitely I am expecting this question may come. So the earned value EV is the way to measure and monitor the level of work completed on the project against the plan. So understand, we have a plan. Then after that, from the plan, how much we have completed, that we wanted to measure and we wanted to monitor that level. So that is called earned value. So earned value is a very, very important one. Okay. So the earned value is the value credited to a project at any point. Okay. So that is earned value calculation is the percentage completed into project budget. Okay. So earned value, I repeat, earned value equal to percentage completed into project budget. For example, consider budget is the 10 crore and okay, that is 80% completed. So that is a 0.8 into 10. So 8 crore is the earned value. Okay, I hope you understood. Okay, this formula also very important. So and value equal to percentage completed into project budget. Okay. Next one is called as crashing. So what is a crashing? So adding more resources to a project should shorten its duration is called crashing. So very important definition. Crashing means, for example, consider I scheduled a project to complete within a 6 months. Then due to some demand of my clients or customer, the 6-month project wanted to reduce it to 5 months. So how it is possible? So I can add resources. That means I can recruit more developers or extra resources I can take so that the duration period can be reduced. That is called crashing. Next one is called time trade-off or cost trade-off. So what is this? The time scales can also be shortened by buying more resources. So that is what is called the crashing. In other word, we can call it as time trade-off. Okay. So time trade-off means that is a period. The period can be reduced by increasing resources, buying more resources. At the same time, so that is a cost trade-off. So the cost trade-off means, for example, it is a negotiable rate. So for example, if I have that is i3 processor and I wanted to execute the project, imagine that execution time is 100 milliseconds. The same project I execute in i7 processor, obviously execution speed will be reduced. So that performance as well as a cost. If you are spending more cost, more performance, less cost, less performance. So you can optimize cost and time in such a way so that the performance can be achieved with our required demand. That is called time cost trade-off. Next one is called as functional point. So the functional point is a very, very important concept. So this is the mechanism to measure a unit of measurement of the project. Understand? A functional project is a unit of measurement to express the amount of business functionality of an software or of a system which is given to user. For example, consider operating system. So operating system, how many inputs it is collecting from user, how many inputs is taking from peripheral devices, how many inputs it is taking from data center or that is cloud systems, and how many possible outputs it is providing. So this is called functional point. So the functional point means, okay, numbers of inputs and number of possible outputs. So what the user requests and what user receives in return. Okay, that is called functional point. So equation is the functional point is called FP. So FP equal to UFP into VAF. I explain you. UFP refers unadjusted function points. Okay, and VAF means value adjustment factor. So that functional point FP equal to unadjusted function point into value adjustment factor. So my dear children, I wanted to speak much on this functional point. It is a very big topic, but within this 30-40 minutes, I cannot explain everything. So as of now, you understand that functional point refers any software's number of inputs and number of responses by the software. And the functional point equal to unadjusted functional points into value adjustment factor. So with this idea, you complete this examination, and whenever time permits, you can Google and you can learn lot on what is called functional point. Next one is called as what is contract management. It's a very important concept. The contract management is the process of managing contract creation, contract execution, and contract analysis. That means creation, execution, and analysis. The purpose of all these tasks is to maximize the operational and financial performance of the organization, at the same time reducing a risk. So please understand, if any task if you are doing, we wanted to highlight the highest performance, at the same time less cost. The two important, because let us consider I wanted to purchase a laptop. The laptop should be very sophisticated, highest speed, with a very high what is called the RAM and all the facilities. At the same time, cost of the laptop should be reduced. So that is our expectation. Less cost, more performance. If we have a technology to achieve this demand, then this is called contract management. So as far as contract management is concerned, it is the software. The software is reducing risk analysis and increasing the performance of the system, at the same time reducing cost of the system. Okay, this is called contract management. Next one is called as setting checkpoint. So what is a checkpoint? The setting checkpoint is essential to set the series of checkpoints in the initial activity plan. For example, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, like this. We can create a checkpoints, and according to the checkpoints, we can what is called ensure that whether the particular task has been completed or not. So that is called setting checkpoints. Next one is called control points. So the control points, as far as the project is concerned, it is a review. So review will generally take place at a particular point during the lifetime of the project. Understand? So imagine that the project is going to develop by external people, and we are reviewing the project. At a particular point we will review, at the particular level we will review. Okay, that is called control point. So control point is the mechanism to ensure that whether the project is successfully completing on proper manner according to schedule. So that is called control point. Next one is called change control. So that is a change control also, it's a very important one. So the change control means, for example, during a control point, we identified that as some but is called a task wanted to remodify or wanted to enhance. So at that time, the schedule you can slightly change, and according to that new schedule, you can review once again. So that is called change control. So change control is a very important one to ensure that whether the suggested input, what is called suggested input, is improved by reviewer or not. So this is a very important concept. Management is a process for establishing and maintaining consistency of the product performance. So it's a very important concept. The configuration management is the process for establishing and maintaining consistency of the product's performance. For example, if imagine that, okay, that is a system is calculating what is called addition of two numbers. Let us consider a plus b. So always the addition, it should be performed perfectly without any deviation, without committing any mistake. So that is called consistency. Anytime I can execute my project, the project has what is bespoke. So that is a bespoke refers a custom services or the products. So what is a custom services? For example, I wanted to develop a software for my application, for my industry. So as far as my industry is concerned, certain requirements, certain demands, certain assumptions and constraints. According to that, if I am developing a software, then that software is called as bespoke. So that software cannot be used by other person, because that software is unique to me. That software is customized software to me. For example, let us consider I am creating my own website. So my website requirement, okay, may not enjoyed by other people. So this website is a unique to me. So this type of software development is called as bespoke. That is called customized software. Okay, for each person's demands, we can develop a software, so called bespoke software. Then that ways used to reporting. So that is a different ways of reporting models and all there. So one is called oral or written reporting, then formal or informal reporting, and the third one is regular or ad hoc reporting. So reporting means oral presentation, and that is a written presentation or with the standard format. So that is called as three different levels of what is called reporting. Then the factors to use to progress of report, that also it is a very simple. For example, we can create our own schedule, and according to schedule we can proceed. So for example, here the size of the project and degree of risk of the project are considered as the major factors used to progress of reports. Understand? So that is a two factors, okay, we considered to progress the report project. Okay, that is one is called size of the project, and the next one is called degree of risk of project. So the two factors we can consider to measure the progress of the project. And the next one is called advantages of functional point analysis, that already I demonstrated you, so that no need to repeat. So the purpose is that, okay, so if more inputs our systems considering and more review outputs I am getting, then the project is the best project. That means multiple inputs, okay, needed to get from users, and according to users demands, the project wanted to return what is called more responses. Okay, and the some methods used to progress of project in picture. So for example, pictorial representation, so that is very useful for understanding purposes. Okay, that is a different models we have. Okay, for example, what are the models we can consider? Grand chart is one of the models. Slip chart is the second model. Bill chart is one of the models. Timeline charts is the one of the model. So these are the pictorial representation. So by which we can understand the project progress and our task progress we can measure. So Gantt chart, slip chart, bar chart, and timeline charts. So, okay, the next we are focusing advantages and disadvantages of fixed price contracts. So, lots of advantages are there. So, fixed price contracts is nothing but it is a mechanism to attract more customers and clients. Okay. So, for example, sales forecasting and profit estimates and all possible when you are fixing the price contracts. So, this is the product and this is the cost. So, no negotiable rate and it is a final rate, fixed rate we can announce. The purpose is customer will understand the product is quality, so that no discount and all. At the same time, I can forecast how much my gain after selling a 10 products or 20 products like this, I can be calculated. So that is advantages of fixed price contracts. And what are the disadvantages? Disadvantages we cannot highlight much, but some drawback is fixed pricing does not allow for adjustment over time to sell off extra inventory. So that is a major issue. So as far as the software concerns are concerned, so we can focus only advantages of fixed price contracts. And the next one is level of prioritizing monitoring. So that is a different advantages and all there. So as far as this project is concerned, that is a 4 priority okay, we can monitor. One is called priority list of activity to monitor, and the next one is critical activities and non-critical activities with no free float, and the third one is that is high risk activities, and the next one is called activities with critical resources. So like this we can classify the levels to monitor the project. Okay, that is first monitoring, then whether the activity is critical or not we are monitoring. If critical means certain methodology we can be included, okay, to monitor. Non-critical means certain level of observations, and high risk activities. Whenever our software is executing high risk activities, we wanted to focus much. For example, real-time projects, flight simulators, autopilot simulators are high risk activities, and some activities are called activities with critical resources. Critical resources means, for example, to execute my project, imagine that I wanted 4 MB RAM, okay, 4 GB RAM, okay. So now my available what is called memory size is, let us consider only 4.2. So that carefully I wanted to operate. Otherwise, if any resources become shortage, then the project will be terminated. So like this, the different levels of monitoring wanted to focus to achieve the highest quality. And the next one is called as scope creep. So the scope creep, okay, or the requirement creep, or the function creep, or features creep, all are the same. I repeat, scope creep. It is also called as requirement creep, or the function creep, or features creep, or everything is referred as uncontrolled changes or continuous growth in the project scope. Okay, so please understand. So continuous growth in the project scope means that the project didn't study properly and didn't design properly, so that okay, during every iteration discussion new scope we are updating. Understand? So this is the problem. Please understand. So before starting any project, the scope of the project should be discussed thoroughly and should be finalized. Then after that, the growth of the project scope should not be happened. Okay. So the proper definition is required. So in other words, scope creep is nothing but the project is not properly defined. So this is a meaning I wanted to understand. Next, so some very important complicated topics, but I am trying to explain very comfortably, easily. Number one is called as budget cost of work, okay, scheduled. Budget cost of work scheduled, BCWS. So what is BCWS? Budget cost for work scheduled. So from the name it is clear that, so that is budget cost for work scheduled. That means we scheduled a project, and to execute and complete the project, one budget was fixed. That is called budget cost of work scheduled. This is also called as planned value. So MCQ questions we can expect. What is BCWS? Budgeted cost of work scheduled, or this BCWS also called as planned value. Okay, so that is a BCWS is the sum of the budget items for all the work packages, planning packages and overhead. So that means the total budget. Okay. And one more keyword is called budgeted cost of work performed. So previous one is scheduled. This one is performed. BCWP. So what is this? So from the name you can understand that this is the budget cost work for performed. How much you performed, for that you are going to quote what is called budget cost. It is called earned value, EV. So BCWP is also called as EV, that is called earned value. Okay. So the earned value is the budgeted cost of work that has actually been performed in carrying out of the scheduled task. Okay, so this is the second one. And the third one also there. So that is called actual cost of work performed, ACWP. So ACWP is a means, okay, actual cost required to complete all or the some portion of the task. So the three mechanism, one is called you are showing a total budget. Second one is you are showing the budget which for performed task, and the third one is actual cost of the performed task. So now a small confusion between what is the difference between what is called the budget performed and the actual cost performed. So once again repeat. So the budgeted cost of work performed, okay, we can call it as value received. That means I received a value for the performed task. Okay, and other one is, okay, that is actual cost of work performed means it is the earned cost. Okay, so one is received cost, other one is earned cost. Earned cost means it's an actual cost. Okay, performed cost means some additional cost also. So with the suitable examples I can demonstrate, but due to time constraints I would like to restrict in this level. Next one is called as cost variance. So what is a cost variance? The cost variance is the difference between task estimated cost and its actual cost. Understand? So that is cost variance is BCWB minus, okay, ACWB. So cost variance is budgeted cost of work performed minus actual cost of work performed. That is called cost variance. And one more variance also there. So that is called as schedule variance. Schedule variance, okay. Next one is the schedule variance. Schedule variance is the difference between the current progress and the schedule progress of the task. For example, so that is a schedule variance SV equal to, so BCWB, that means budgeted cost of work performed minus budgeted cost of work scheduled. Okay, so that is schedule variance is nothing but, okay, that is budgeted cost of work performed minus budgeted cost of work scheduled. Whereas in the cost variance is budgeted cost of work performed minus actual cost of work performed. So these are four topics, very important topics. I hope at least 4 questions you can expect from university examination. And the next one is called outsourcing. So you know very well what is outsourcing. So the outsourcing is a business practice in which a company hires another company to complete its job. For example, I wanted to develop one project. So as of now, I didn't have developer. So that this project I can give to another company to complete the task. That is called outsourcing. Not only that is a company we can identify, some individuals also we can identify. A person who is working in some other companies can be requested to complete my project. That also coming under outsourcing. Okay. Next one is called proposals evaluated. So the proposals evaluated is a very simple concept. Reason because what are the mechanisms we wanted to focus to evaluate the proposals. For example, a clarity of the proposal we wanted to review. The scientific significance, that means what is the quality of mathematical models proposed, introduced, wanted to review, and whether objectives, scope is properly defined or not, wanted to study, and that is a research methodology, whether the quality methodology, proved methodology adapted for implementing, whether used or not, you wanted to verify, and the outcome of the project, that is called applicability. Once the project developed, the more clients wanted to purchase, so more applicability is required. So applicability wanted to analyze, and the last one is called as budget estimation. whether the project can be developed with this budget estimation or not. So like this, the proposals evaluated concept consist of 5 what is called subtasks. One is called clarity, second one is called scientific significance, third one is objectives, fourth one is research methodology, and fifth one is applicability. Then okay, budget estimation also we can consider. So like this, okay, that is more topics, okay, we can discuss. Okay, two more topics I would like to discuss. Okay, one is called cost performance index, CPA. Sometimes in MCQs questions, so what do you mean by CPA? They can ask cost performance index. So cost performance index is the ratio of the budgeted cost to actual cost. So budgeted cost is, what is that? BCWB by actual cost. What is this? Okay, this one, ACWB. Okay, so that is called cost performance index. Okay, next one is schedule performance index. So schedule performance index is the ratio to work performed to work schedule. That means, so this one, budgeted cost of work performed divided by this one, okay, BCWS. So that is scheduled performance index means, okay, budget cost of work performed divided by budget cost of work scheduled. Okay, so like this, different mechanisms and technologies we can discuss and study. So I'd like to stop at this level. All most important keywords we discussed. And my dear children, if you have any doubt, repeat this video again and to understand the concept. Then tomorrow you can successfully give university examinations. With these words, I would like to show some MCQ questions of the project. It is commonly known as, okay, review point. Okay, review point. And the second question is, okay, name in which the cost increased by the project is estimated before the project starts. Okay, it's called planned expenditure. Third question, when an alteration to the existing planned expenditure is done. Already expenditure there, okay, the planned expenditure is there, we are going to alter. So obviously it is called revised expenditure. Next question, the assigned value in the original budget cost for the item is known as, what is that? The assigned value, okay, in the original budget cost is called baseline budget. I told you earlier. Fifth question, okay, it is a way to measure and monitor the level of works completed on a project against the plan, okay, called earned value, okay, that is EV. Next one is adding more resources to a project to shorten its what is called duration. It's called crashing. So please understand the definitions and all you wanted to recollect, you wanted to understand and recollect. Seventh question, it is a unit of measurement to express the amount of business functionality an information system provides to the user. Okay, it is functional point. So it is a unit of measurement to express the amount of business functionality an information system. Functionality to an information system is called functional point. It's a very, very important question I consider. And the eighth question, okay, the functional point, how can you calculate? The functional point I already told you, UFB into VAF. Okay, this is the correct answer. Ninth question, so it is the technique to reduce the cost and improve company performance. Okay, that is called contract management. So the great mechanism, okay, it helps to reduce the cost as well as improve the performance of the company. Okay, with proper advertisement also it is possible. 10th question. It is a process for establishing and maintaining consistency of your product performance, functional and physical attributes. So configuration management. Okay. 11th question. Okay. So methods used to progress of project in a picture. That means pictorial representation and visualization based performance analysis. So it is called this one. What are the pictures? Gantt chart, silk chart and ball chart. Even timeline also we can include. But in this question timeline didn't list. 12th question. What name is for software customized? Okay. The software customized is called bespoke. Okay. This is a customized software design or development. Next one is BCWS is budgeted cost for work scheduled. Please remember this abbreviated term as well as a meaning. Very important questions. 14th. Budgeted cost for work performed, also called as what? Earned value. So BCWP is called earned value. 15th question. So ACWP, what is called actual cost of work performed. 16th question. The cost variance. Cost variance, okay, already I told you. So this is the correct answer. First one is the correct answer. If you have any doubt, what is called watch my videos so that you can clearly understand. Next one is 17th. Scheduled variance is this one. First, this is the correct answer. 18th question. Business practice in which a company hires another company or an individual to perform the task. What is that? Outsourcing. Cost performance index, CPI, okay, is the CPI equal to, this is the correct formula calculation. Similarly, scheduled performance index, SPI, okay, the correct formula is this one. So like this, okay, that is 20 questions we discussed. So my dear children, watch the videos, understand the concept and perform better at your university examinations. Okay, with these words, I would like to conclude my presentations. Okay, if you have any doubt, send a WhatsApp or call me or okay, watch this video to understand the answers very properly. Okay, so I would like to conclude my presentation. Thank you very much for watching this video. So my dear children, if you have any doubt, again and again watch the videos to understand the concept very clearly. If you are liking this video, like our channel and subscribe our channel also. So I would like to post some other videos also tomorrow in my chat box. I would like to update. Thank you very much. All the best.